Hello friends, Quick here. Today's topic is going to be about the water cycle. To start this lesson, we're going to use a scenario. Let's begin. You were excited to go for a picnic on Saturday, and all of a sudden it started to rain. A huge, massive downpour of rain. The ground is wet, and now it's too wet for you to go sit on the grass and have a nice picnic with your family and friends. Lucky for you, though, it stopped raining. It stopped raining and now it's sunny. A couple hours go by and the place is dry and now you can go for your picnic. So now you are happy. So where did all the water go? All of a sudden it's dry. That is what we're going to talk about in this lesson. We're going to talk about water circulating on Earth, which is the water cycle. Let's begin. The same amount of water is always present on Earth. It does not go anywhere. It does not leave the Earth. Water just goes through a process where it actually changes from one form to the other, and it's just consistently circulating on Earth. As I said before, that's why it's called the water cycle. It's a cycle that happens over and over and over again. So in the water cycle, two main things are happening. Actually, three when you think about it. Water can be found in several places on Earth. However, we're going to look at the three main places. Water can be found underground. We call that groundwater. Water can be found above ground. We call that surface water. This is water that is obviously located on top of Earth's surface. Earth's surface not only includes plains and valleys, but it also includes mountains, hills, lakes, rivers, streams, ponds. Anything that is on Earth's surface is called surface water. Water can also be found in the atmosphere. So to begin the water cycle, we are going to start off by looking at the ways in which water can leave the Earth's surface. Let's start off with evaporation. Evaporation is when water turns from a liquid into a gas and rises into the atmosphere. So that's the first process, evaporation. Plants also contribute to the water cycle through a process called transpiration, where water evaporates from the leaves of the plants and they go into the atmosphere. As the water rises and enters the atmosphere, where the temperature is lower, it goes through a process called condensation. This is how clouds are formed. Now, let's look at the ways in which water leaves the atmosphere and goes to the Earth's surface. Water eventually falls from the clouds to Earth through the process of precipitation in the form of rain, snow, or hail. There is also another process called deposition when water turns from a gas to a solid, or ice as we call it. Water flows on the surface of the earth and it is transported to oceans, rivers, streams, lakes. Those are different water bodies. Infiltration is also another process. This is when water enters the ground from the surface. After water enters the ground from the surface, percolation usually occurs. This is where water starts moving through the soil and it will go deeper into the soil until it forms groundwater. Now, what is groundwater? This is water that is underground. Now, let's talk about groundwater flow. This is when water moves underground downward and then it moves sideways and it eventually moves into rivers and oceans. Water is always flowing in a consistent cycle. And the same amount of water that we had millions or many years ago is the same amount of water that we have now. So the amount of water has never changed on Earth. That's it for today. Remember, stay awesome as always and subscribe. Have an awesome day, guys. Goodbye.